Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about algorithms and data structures. And in this video, we will discuss some of the places where algorithms and data structures might be very useful. What are some of the best ways to learn those? Should you use AI when solving algorithmic problems? And should one even spend time learning algorithms in this day and age? Let's start with the last one. Many people learn algorithms and data structures either as part of their university curriculum or because they want to get a good job at top tech companies. And because most of the technical interviews involve some algorithmic type questions, it becomes really important to know data structures and algorithms to be able to pass those. But the biggest value of learning algorithms and data structures is the improvement of problem-solving skills. By working on many different algorithmic problems, you develop a really good sense of how to approach problems and how to come up with different solutions. And problem-solving skills are important not just to get good grades or pass an interview, but throughout the whole career as a developer. So, having that in mind, the goal shifts from passing an interview or memorizing certain algorithms to improving the problem-solving skills and fully understanding how each algorithm works to be able to apply that knowledge in different scenarios to solve many challenging problems. But many people get stuck when starting out their learning journey. A lot of people get stuck in what's called the tutorial hell. That happens when someone tries to learn a new thing, so they watch a lot of tutorials without applying their knowledge or trying out different things on their own, which leads to watching even more tutorials to be able to understand what's actually happening. And that can be video tutorials, that can be blog posts, or even books. But because most of the learning comes from trial and error of trying out different things and writing your own code, that cycle of endlessly consuming more and more tutorials continues endlessly. The best way to not get trapped in tutorial hell when learning algorithms is to apply the knowledge immediately after you learn something new and solve many problems to reinforce that knowledge. And in reality, hands-on learning is 6 times more efficient compared to watching video tutorials. So while tutorials are great in moderation, the most effective learning occurs when you apply the knowledge to solve challenging problems and experiment on your own. Tutorials and books are great. They provide the fundamental theoretical knowledge. But the main reason why that's not enough is the fact that theoretical knowledge doesn't stick unless you use it in practice and apply it in different scenarios to solve a wide range of problems. And the only way to achieve mastery of a certain algorithm is to apply it in so many different scenarios where you develop an intuition to feel the cases where the algorithm you already know can be used to solve a problem. As a rule of thumb, you can use 1 to 20 as the ratio between theory and practice. So if you spend 1 hour on understanding a certain theoretical concept, you might want to spend 20 hours on solving problems around that concept to fully understand it. Of course, it's a rule of thumb. It's not written in stone. You might spend much more time on solving problems around more advanced topics and much less time and moving faster for easier ones. But that's a good estimate on how much time you might spend on a certain topic to get the initial understanding of how everything works. When trying to achieve mastery of a certain algorithm or data structure, there are usually 10 stages of learning that occur. At first, you get yourself familiar with the concept to understand it, after which you feel like you fully understand it. And when you start solving many challenging problems, you face one that makes you realize that there are certain aspects that you didn't fully understand well. You then realize that you didn't fully understand some important details as well. So you go back to explore all the details and fully understand all the intricate parts. You then solve some non-trivial problems and can reduce any of those problems to the algorithm you just learned. But at this stage, you know in advance that the problem is related to the algorithm. Some time passes and you haven't used the algorithm, but you have that intuition in your head. After that, when trying to solve a random problem, you realize that you can map that problem to the algorithm that you know and solve it. At this stage, you have the confidence to map a random problem to the algorithm you know and solve it. And finally, to achieve mastery, you solve more problems, get more intuition, and learn more nuances that come with experience. Another common question that occurs pretty frequently right now is, should I use AI when learning a new thing to accelerate my learning progress, or how much should I use AI when learning? A lot of people fully outsource their thinking and problem-solving process to an AI tool like ChatGPT, but that's a completely wrong way of using an AI tool in the learning process. Remember, the goal is to develop our problem-solving skills through mastery of algorithms and data structures. So in that case, AI shouldn't be solving problems for us. Fundamentally, there are 3 main ways where AI can be helpful when learning a new algorithm or data structure. First, if you're solving a difficult problem and you're really stuck and can't figure out what's wrong with your approach or what part might be missing for hours or maybe even days, maybe asking AI for a little help might be a good idea. The important part here is to ask it for some small guidance or a quick hint without revealing the final solution or giving out too much. You still want to figure out the final solution yourself. The second area where AI can be helpful is the improvement of your current solution. Say you've solved the problem and you got the full score, but almost any solution can be improved either in terms of efficiency or making it more elegant. So you can ask the AI to improve your current solution and maybe you can learn something new in the process. Finally, the third way where AI might be helpful is the theoretical part of algorithms and data structures. Instead of consuming video tutorials or reading books, you might want to learn a certain concept in a more interactive way where you can ask questions and learn through conversation instead of just consuming information. Those are the three main ways where AI might be helpful in learning a new thing. Other than those three, using AI to learn algorithms is like using a calculator in the second grade to learn math. Yes, you can do it, but that will rob you of a lot of experiments and trial and error in learning a new thing, which helps in developing a lot of intuition in understanding the newly learned concept. People don't use calculators in the second grade to learn addition and subtraction so that children develop the intuition of how to work with numbers, and that translates to many useful skills later in the academic process. The same thing happens with algorithms. If you outsource the thinking process and the problem solving to an AI, you won't be able to develop those skills. So make sure to use AI responsibly. But the best part about working with algorithms is that it's mentally very stimulating to solve a challenging problem yourself. It's really rewarding to work on a solution for a long time and then figure it out in the end. Solving algorithmic problems is a great way to spend a lot of time coding, and that can be even more fun with friends and competitions. Actually, one of the best ways to improve the long-term engagement with problem-solving activities is to participate in competitive programming contests with friends. Platforms like Codeforces or CodeChef are a great place to participate in weekly competitions. You can give those a try. So to bring this all together, solve a lot of hands-on problems, avoid tutorial hell, participate in competitions, use AI responsibly, and most importantly, enjoy the process. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, drop a comment with your favorite algorithm, and don't forget to subscribe to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.